Hello, let's talk about power structures in families. And I'm going to use a story that is quite popular in the Bible, in the book of Esther, chapter 1. Now, the question I want to ask is, what happens when leadership crisis begins to brew in a marriage, in a home, in a family? The story of Queen Vashti in the book of Esther chapter 1 shows that when the leadership of a husband is challenged publicly, the consequences can ripple far beyond the household. So there was this man called King Ahasuerus who ruled one of the largest empires in history. His empire spread from India to Ethiopia. His realm spanned 127 provinces, and he loved to display power through opulence. To celebrate, he threw a massive party for his nobles, military rulers, and officials. And after that came a final 7-day feast at the palace in Shushan, filled with wine, gold cups, and royal luxury. At the height of the celebration, the king made a request. He commanded Queen Vashti to appear before the nobles, wearing her royal crown, essentially a public display of her beauty. But what happened next stunned everyone. Vashti refused to show up. No negotiation, no explanation, just a direct defiance of the king's authority. Modern audiences often cheer Vashti as independent and strong, but the Bible frames this moment differently. Her refusal wasn't just a personal choice, it was a challenge to the husband's leadership, which in the royal household symbolized order and authority for the entire empire. When the queen publicly defied the king, it sent a dangerous signal. If the queen could ignore the king, what would wives across the empire do? Authority, order, and structure, both in the palace and in families, were at stake. So the king turned to his advisors. One named Memucan, one of the top counselors, warned that Vashti's defiance could spread, undermining male authority in households everywhere. Leadership patterns, he argued, flowed downward. Collapse at the top triggers collapse below, he argued. The advisors recommended decisive action. Vashti should be removed as queen, and a decree issued that every man should be master in his own household. The story shows that respect for the leadership of the husband is not about domination. It is about maintaining order, structure, and stability within the family. Conflict is inevitable in marriage, but public defiance undermines trust, disrupts authority, and destabilizes the household. The Bible does not reveal Vashti's internal reasoning. She may have felt humiliated, believed the king's request was inappropriate, or simply wanted to assert her dignity. But the text focuses on consequences. When respect for leadership is ignored, the fallout can extend far beyond the couple, affecting the home and even the surrounding social structure. Leadership inside a family is fragile. Authority is effective only when respected. Submission to a husband's leadership is crucial, not as a tool of control and domination, but as a foundation for order and structure, which allows the household to function smoothly. Public challenges to that authority almost always result in loss of trust, influence, and stability. And from a New Testament perspective, this principle is reinforced in passages such as Ephesians 5 from 22 to 24, which teach that wives are called to respect the leadership of their husbands so that the family functions in harmony under God's design. Obedience and respect in marriage are not about suppression. They are about creating a structured, ordered, and stable environment where love, growth, and mutual support can flourish. In Vashti's case, her loss was immediate. She lost her crown, but the lesson is timeless. For families to thrive, leadership must be respected and supported, ensuring order, structure, and the smooth functioning of the household under God's guidance. Now, over to you. Do you think Vashti did the right thing? Or do you think the consequences that befell her was unjustified? Let us know in the comment section. Thank you for watching.